I said, use me for your glory. In prayer, God answered back, and he said, remember that children's book that I told you to write? Well, do you remember my weakness? My fear of being in the spotlight. Yes, that is what I did not want. Out of obedience, though, I wrote the book, Violet Finds a Dollar, in 2016. I wanted to leave it in my computer because I was like, okay, God, I did what you told me to. I typed it out, one and done. Then God said I needed to share it. So again, I was prompted to share, but I decided to only share it with my family. I wanted to introduce the book to them at a kid-friendly venue. I went to a children's museum in Chicago. I asked for the birthday party room rate. Barbara, the director, politely asked me what my plans were for the space. I begrudgingly whispered that it was to share a book with my immediate family. My heart dropped as she became immediately visibly excited. She wanted to then list this as a public event on their newsletter. She said that they are always looking for programming for the children. There I was, pushed into the spotlight. But for our children, I could not say no. My friend Charla, who did my hair when I couldn't afford other stylists, named my main character Violet. Amber approached me to give a motivational speak for her teen girls with her nonprofit organization on the topic of celibacy. She knew that I was privately celibate. I did it, but not without putting up a real fight with God, like a for real, like a real fight with God. That was my private business. It was not my desire to go public with it. But I have since created the sprinkle of love and helped so many young children with that. I eventually submitted for the girls that I would influence, and also out of obedience and the mandate that was placed on my life. So, Rachel has created and still maintains my websites. She is my creative director and virtual assistant all in one. I trust her, and she sees the vision for the Violet book series. Veronica recommended the first book in the Violet book series to be featured on WCIU TV, celebrating diversity in children's literature. Sarita instructed me to boldly walk in my calling and made me say out loud multiple times, I am a writer. Aaron introduced me to my first radio appearance on WVON 1690. Macy co-signed on all of my apartments until I fixed my credit. Gwen had me conduct my first training at daycare staff, on learning language and literacy. It was at her daycare. She also had me back to do multiple book readings and really believed in and supported the Violet book series. Brianna made sure my very first article written for blackdoctor.org as a contributing writer was published. Nubia introduced me to the principal at Jones College Prep as someone he should know. That is where I went on to create my pilot program on literacy and entrepreneurship for schools in Chicago. Deborah added me to the panelists who were speaking on the topic of raising children with special needs at the Black Women's Expo. Nikita thought that the public should hear how I support teens in celibacy and wrote an article about me in Rolling Out magazine. Ashley did the same for Maid magazine. Rashana, my baby sister by 10 years, introduced me to and was inducted into Chicago's Demoiselles to Femme 40 Under 40 the year before I was. She is a trailblazer and a beast in real estate. I'm very proud of her. And finally, Dr. Crystal Laura, an associate professor here at Chicago State University, recommended me for this speaking engagement. women. Women supporting women. Black Girl Magic. My list is a collective of the strong, encouraging, generous, and gracious women I have encountered and blessed to know, and many of whom I call friend. My highlight reel, the bio that was utilized to introduce me, will sound completely different in the absence of women. We are strong as our village. It is my belief that we are a collective of the women who have poured into us, either by way of a word of encouragement or something more tangible. It is also my belief that we are born to serve others. Life is a gift, and our gift to life is what we give back to those who will be here after we leave. What do you want your legacy to be, ladies? Me, I want to see us all win. I am distinctly aware that God is my plug. I'm consistently asked who I use for PR, especially if I were to promote that I'm speaking at such prestigious events as this one. Again, God is the plug. He saw fit to put my name on the hearts and minds of all the women who have recommended me and believed in Bible. It is my eternal belief that they are responding not to Kenyatta, but to my light that shines from within, the God essence. Again, I ask you, what will your legacy be? Will you reach back and help pull up the women next to you and the young girls struggling to become you? Regarding leadership, there is a quote, author unknown, that goes like this. I never wanted to be a leader. I stood up at the back of the crowd. Everyone else in front sat down and turned around. Women, young ladies, our future. Take your place. Again, do I know women? Yes. I am one of them. I have been surrounded by women from the moment I was born. I am a collective of those who have poured into me, of those who see my light, of those who pushed my weaknesses until they became my strengths. I continue to be favored by God. Thank you.